Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on our webcast today. Today we have a special guest, Julie McLaren. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Jeff. Hi, Sunny. Nice to be here. Thanks.
Julie is a client of Schneider and Pollock Wealth Management, so it's extra special.
Hmm.
And today we're going to talk a little bit about founders. And let's just, the last time we spoke, Julie, you mentioned a term, fractional sales management. Can you tell us what that is?
Yeah, sure. First, I just want to say that I am actually a committed listener to your webcast. I learn a lot from both of you, so thanks so much. Uh, yeah, so fractional sales management, it really is just as it sounds, anything to do with sales or sales management on a fractional level. So I work with a company named Focus, and we deal directly with founders of small to medium-sized enterprise that are looking to grow their sales. Maybe they're not sure how, or maybe they don't have the time or desire. They reach out to us, and we will take a full review of their sales process, identify gaps, create a plan, and most importantly, help them implement that plan. So
Ah.
that's fractional sales management.
So, Julie, if someone wants to grow their sales, you're the person they reach out to.
You got it, Jeff. You got it.
What's the website again?
Bringonfocus.com.
Got it. So, Julie, I was at a forum this morning, and right at the end, the person asking the questions went around the panelists saying, "What book are you reading right now?" And I mentioned the last book I finished, which was Rogers versus Rogers. And then I said, "Never invest your money in a family-run company." I wasn't trying to be funny, but people laughed. And what's interesting is that I mentioned this book to a few people I know, lawyers, investment bankers. They all told me that generation one has the idea, generation two grows it, but they all said generation three blows it up. Is through
Hmm.
your experience, is that kind of what you see, or is that debatable?
Yeah, you know what? I have heard that stat. And I feel like certainly that's probably the bulk. I have been lucky enough to be involved with a founders business group for the last 20 years, and we meet monthly.
Hmm.
So I certainly know some success stories where businesses or three, four, five generations, but with those success stories, there's a lot of care and intentionality around strategic planning, around having shareholders agreements, around discussing and following through with succession planning. So I think if you have some of those key areas in place, you can make it past that third generation. And uh, yes, but I have heard that stat before.
Hmm. Okay, interesting.
Have you
Um,
ever, Julie, have you ever come across or experienced a founder having problems giving up control?
That's a great question, Sunny. Yeah, actually, I can think of a time, a company that I was sort of at arm's length with, and the founder, to your point, Jeff, had a great idea, started the company, had a successful company over a few decades, and had the next generation coming in. The founder wanted to relinquish control. But couldn't quite do that. And it caused a lot of fragmented decision making. There wasn't, even if there was strategic planning, things weren't implemented because the founder just couldn't quite let go of the decisions they wanted to make.
mhm.
Hmm.
So you can see how things would start to crumble when you don't have alignment at leadership level, that employees start to get a little concerned, and I'd imagine customers or clients would feel the same way. So certainly that was a demise of that company specifically, Sunny. But yeah, so it's tough. Those founders have a certain life of their own business and need to let the next generation move along and continue to grow that company.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we're looking for new investment ideas for our clients, we'll look through the whole 10K, the annual report, and there's no hard rule as to whether a stock which is founder run should trade at a premium or trade at a discount. What we often find, though, is that founders have significantly more voting control than the average shareholder. And I mean, one example is Magna International. That company was totally uninvestable for a long, long time because Frank Stronach controlled all the votes. And then when he left, people started looking at it. So that's a situation where the stock's not investable. And then you have other instances like Tesla where the stock trades at a huge multiple because people are big fans of Elon Musk. So Unfortunately for us, we don't have a rule as to whether we'll avoid or invest in founder-run companies. It's really a case-by-case situation.
Hmm. And I sort of comes to mind, I think, businesses that may be worth 10 million or 100 million. So you think of that growth over time. You have a founder that's starting a business and it grows to 10 million, and then you start needing more people and more
Mhm.
departments and more sort of back end power, we'll say. So I like to think that if that were me in that scenario, I would really bring in a team of folks that have a lot of knowledge across a broad different cross section. So again, bringing back my current experience with regards to sales, it's changed in terms of now sales is much more scientific. There's the art of selling, but we now have CRMs and we have AI to help us along.
Mhm.
So we really have a lot of those data-driven decisions that when you're talking about founders of different generations, things have changed.
Mhm.
So, you got to change with the times. And if you don't,
Yeah.
there's a chance of demise.
Yeah,
Right.
said
Mhm.
perfectly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Why don't we conclude there? So, Julie, just remind us if somebody wants your help to grow their sales, where do they go and what can you give to them?
Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, so they can find me directly at jmclaren at Bring On Focus or bringonfocus.com is our website. But I'd be happy to offer any of your listeners with a 30-minute complimentary consult on their sales process or anything to do with sales. I'd be happy to offer that.
Perfect. Thank you
Sounds
very
good.
much.
You're welcome.
Hey,
Thank
thanks
you.
so much, Julie.
All right.
Thanks, Julie.
Bye-bye.